Hi Leo, and welcome to your monthly love predictions reading. I hope this video finds you safe and well. We're going to be having a look at your love life from middle of December to the middle of January. This reading is intended for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venuses, or those who have strong Leo placements in their chart. If you're not a Leo and you are here cross-watching, you're more than welcome to stay. I just need you to know that I'm a very honest reader. You may hear or see something you do not like. Consider this your warning. Now that I've gotten that spiel out of the way, let's get some shuffling happening. I'm going to start by pulling some oracle cards for you, which will tell us your main 3 themes in love. I will clarify each of the themes with tarot, which will help us get some specific predictions and informations. And then I'll close each of the themes with some advice. Now, we're also going to be asking how your primary love interests will be thinking and feeling towards you in the month ahead, and how you'll recognize them as well. Spirit, what is the theme from this deck for Leo? What is Leo's major theme in love from this deck? I am seeing romance come out for you. It just hasn't come out of the deck. It just keeps shuffling around. What is the main theme from this deck when it comes to Leo's love life? We will take this. We have make. Cute. At the back of this deck, we have grieve in the reverse position. What about from this deck, Spirit? Oops. What is Leo's main theme in love from this deck? Okay. We have Mintaken, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. And from this deck at the back, we have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? It is reversed though, so just letting people take care of you seems to be an underlying theme here. Letting people take care of you and seeking connection outside of romance as well. Whatever your Leo placement is, it's really important that you try not to carry any burdens by yourself, any emotional burdens. It's really important that you seek connection and that you try to, even if you don't want to talk about it, just kind of be around other people over this next month, because we have your dark energy card coming out as your last theme. So that's something to watch out for, I guess. We'll clarify with tarot, but we have retrograde in reverse. Yeah, these things don't have to be as difficult as they are. I think that connection will definitely help you process some heavier feelings in the month ahead. Being open to finding that connection, even if it's from a professional for some of you, to really communicate the fact that you're not coping well. But let's get into it. We'll have a look at your first theme here with the make energy. What is this theme about for Leo, please, Spirit? I'm struggling to make it happen. Look at these cards. Struggling to make it happen. What is this theme about for Leo? Struggling to make it happen. We have the Strength card reversed, so that's you. Struggling to make it happen. The Wheel of Fortune upright. We also have the Four of Swords as well. At the back of this deck, we have the King of Wands reversed. I see this card as being kind of Leo Aries energy. It depends on how I feel. Sometimes it's Leo, sometimes it's Aries. We'll go ahead and say it's you. There's frustrations here about a change in plans and you feeling like you're in the driver's seat when you wanted somebody else to kind of be there doing things for you. The month ahead is going to put a lot of responsibility on you. And I feel like you just wish that you could rely on a partner to be able to kind of help out more. Whether you have someone in your life or not, it just feels like in moments like these, it would be nice to have companionship. Someone who gets you so well, you don't have to tell them, they just do it. With the Strength card reversed, you are feeling insecure in general. You're feeling a little bit defeated, for lack of a better word. And a lot of this is centered around you holding on to things and not being able to have a healthy outlet of expressing them, especially your emotions, especially when it comes to tests of patience, tests of courage, and vulnerability. I feel like you're really doing a good job, Leo. I can feel you being under a lot of pressure and also trying to work best in crisis situations for some reason in the month ahead. It is impacting your love life though, because you're more prone to go for connections that kind of what am I hearing? Soothe the wound instead of remedying the problem. It's like, instead of, what I'm kind of seeing is like friction burn. Instead of getting the object away from your skin, you're just putting, medicine on the burn, and then it gets reopened through friction. So it feels like you may be more prone to kind of people who take advantage of you in that vulnerable place in the month ahead, unless you're aware of the fact that this is a temporary feeling and there needs to be a bigger solution, rather than just hooking up with that ex because at least he still wants it. That's what it kind of feels like here. So that's not going to apply to all of you. But I think with the Wheel upright and the Four of Swords, listen, the tides are turning for you. Things can get better. Temporarily, you may need to be in the driver's seat more. You may need to be the one kind of calling the shots, making it happen. But your effort is not going unnoticed. Your patience, your vulnerability, your courage is not going unnoticed. You are shining, even if you feel like a bit of a dim light. And it is going to, at the right time, shower opportunities onto you because of the efforts that you've been putting in. There is a window opening in the month ahead that gives you an opportunity to just rest and reconsider some of your actions before you accidentally make a decision that you're going to regret. I would encourage you to take that time off. It may sound boring. It may sound like you're going to spend that whole time just overthinking everything, but I guarantee you won't. Feels like you're just going to sleep more than anything, and you're just going to want to kind of get into a more stable place where you feel more at peace, more confident, and more sure of the actions that you're taking. So what is the closing advice for this theme? Oops. What is the closing? I have lipstick on and I forgot that I had it on, so I've accidentally got it on my hands now, my poor cards. What is the advice for, I was about to say Aries, what is the advice for Leo spirit when it comes to this theme? Poor microphone is right where I'm shuffling today. What is the advice for Leo when it comes to this make theme? We have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. We also have the Two of Wands reversed. And at the back of the deck, we have the Tower card. Oh, let me have another sip. Okay. Okay, I'm sipping on eggnog, by the way. I did tell Aries. I don't think I told you guys yet. Wow. Two of Wands reversed. If something doesn't feel right, you don't have to stay stuck in it, but I would encourage you to really consider the repercussions of your decisions before you accidentally commit yourself to a train wreck. With the Tower reversed, the challenges you're experiencing, as frustrating as it is, are temporary, but they are still challenges that need to be addressed. A lot of these issues are leading to a bigger sign that needs to be addressed. It's kind of like you're maybe just focusing on the little stuff when actually the overall foundation of your love life right now is unstable and needs to be addressed, Leo. There's a bigger issue here that keeps kind of popping up, and we need to look at why that keeps happening and how we can remedy it from doing that in the future. The foundations aren't solid in something here. We need to fix the foundation before we consider building onto it. With the Knight of Pentacles reversed, I do think that a change in plans and actions and kind of coming back to our values and what we want and need right now is really needed, especially if you're dealing with someone in love. You need to kind of tell them that your needs may have changed, or what you're wanting in terms of support in the month ahead is different. It may be an exception, but you definitely either need more space or more attention because you feel like you're just carrying this by yourself. I also think with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, so don't rush this process, but don't put up with a slow process that isn't getting better either. There's a strong feeling here of revising the trajectory of your love life and trying to make some changes to better align it with an outcome that you're actually proud of, that you're excited about, and that you feel is in your best passionate interest. And unfortunately, it feels like you're going to have to spearhead all of that in order to get the other person on the same page. So that's what I'm seeing with that theme. Let's have a look at your second one now. So this second theme, Mintakan, is a beautiful feeling. It's also a lonely feeling because it is about lonely light workers who whose planet was destroyed. They're star seeds whose planet was destroyed, and they were reincarnated throughout the universe. We have some here on Earth, if you believe in star seeds. And the way that you know if you are a star seed from Mintakan is that you have this weird feeling of, I don't belong on Earth, and when I look into the sky I feel like home is there, but I also kind of know that nowhere is going to be home for me. It's a real alien feeling. It's constantly about feeling alienated from society, from those around you. You may form close connections, close bonds, but you still feel like home is elsewhere. So it is a very lonely feeling sometimes. When you find that within someone, it can be very comforting, and it can also be very addicting, because you know it's rare, you know it's hard to kind of have that feeling. So what is this Mintakan card about for Leo in the month ahead? Why did we pull the Mintakan card for Leo in their love life in the month ahead? Okay, we have the Seven of Swords upright. We also have the Nine of Wands reversed. And we have the High Priestess. The back of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands reversed. You do feel undervalued and underappreciated. For some of you, you feel very guilty about this though, because you know it's not anyone else's fault. Whereas for others of you, you're like, no, it's their fault. It depends on who I'm talking to here. I think that there are feelings of guilt. I think that some of you are even frustrated by the type of attention you may be receiving in the month ahead, because it's not the kind of attention that you want. You want a very specific kind of attention, and you're just getting something that doesn't soothe the desire. It feels like you guys are trying to kind of manifest something and it isn't coming in quick enough. So you're feeling a bit defeated about that. That defeat energy just keeps coming back. I do see that this theme is really about recognizing that what you want isn't yet with you, and you may be realizing that you need to communicate that to someone that you're dealing with in love. Like, hey, listen, I'm actually going through this right now, and I've realized that this isn't working. We need to make some changes. With the Nine of Wands reversed, we need to rest and reconsider where this is going. If you're not dealing with anyone, it feels like you're trying to figure out what your next steps are in love and romance, and what kind of connection would be in your best interest right now. I can see some of you kind of settling for some hookups, some little flings, or something less serious until you figure out what you truly want. But I could also see some of you getting frustrated with the fact that you only attract that kind of person, and you're wanting something more serious, something that feels like home. For all of you, this theme is a very internal, subconscious theme that is felt stronger at night, especially when you're alone. It's that kind of energy. It's the kind of thought that kind of keeps you up at night or crosses your mind when you're in a quiet state. And it's something that you're going to really try to keep hidden from those around you. You don't want them to know that you're bothered by this, and that you feel frustrated, and that you feel like things aren't really going the way that you had hoped, because for a lot of you, you feel guilty for feeling like this. So what is the advice for my Leos when dealing with this theme? What is the advice for my Leos? We have the Queen of Cups. So first of all, your feelings matter. Your feelings are valid, and you deserve to feel cherished, loved, and supported. Always trust your intuition, especially when dealing with feelings of this ain't it, but why? I don't feel content. I don't feel secure. I don't feel happy. I don't feel loved. You may have a lot of love for those around you. You're a Leo, so usually you do. When you love deeply. You love with a sense of devotion and adoration that other people envy. So if that's not being reciprocated and you're not feeling it, honor that feeling, honor that intuitive thought, and make sure that you give yourself time to figure out what those feelings are trying to tell you, because the truth is in your feelings, apparently, with the Queen of Cups. What other advice do you have for Leo? The Chariot. I do also get a message of talking to someone. Yeah, talking to someone that you trust about this, because their experience may be insightful. Their experience may also illuminate some thoughts and some feelings that you hadn't been able to process properly. An older person, a more mature person, someone who's a bit wiser in certain ways. But with the Chariot here, Spirit's saying don't be afraid to take action. Just make sure that when you do, your heart is in the right place. I can see some of you having a serious discussion and maybe opening up about some of these thoughts. And I think that you should do so when you feel safe and when you feel ready. Don't feel like you need to be forced into it. Don't feel like you should do it because of some external deadline. Really go by how you feel and when you feel it is right. It could also have to do with coming out for some of you. Just going to throw that out there. Let's have a look at your last theme here, the dark energy theme. What is this theme about for Leo? What is this dark energy theme about for Leo, Spirit? We have the Five of Cups. I don't like that, but we'll, excuse me, I got some hiccups now, but we'll figure it out. What is this dark energy about for Leo? We have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. If she will focus, this lighting is not doing me any favors. And we also have the Three of Pentacles upright. At the back of this deck, we have the Hierophant reversed. Let me drink some more of this eggnog. So this theme is about you realizing something and trying to make changes before it's too late. This dark energy is actually necessary. It's about you being realistic, not being rose-tinted glasses and just glossing over some red flags, but actually realizing that, you know what, this isn't okay, and I need to talk about this if we want to keep moving forward. You guys are feeling hurt and maybe even kind of betrayed by somebody's lack of loyalty or respect. I would say respect. With the Queen of Pentacles reversed, someone has pissed you off over here because they have not respected your time, they have not respected your value, and they haven't treated you as you know you deserve within your sense of self-worth. But I want to see if there's any messages about this dark energy card in the guidebook too. Dark energy. What have you got for us? The mystery. Undiscovered potential. Dark energy is the most prevalent in the universe and is of unknown origin. It is in the darkness where we find our most valued traits, talents, passions, and motivations. The darkness is not always about going down into the basement to look for pain. Dark energy is usually defined as unknown energy. What if you are being a certain version of yourself, thinking that this is all your potential? What if there's a lot more to discover by turning a flashlight on? There is much more to discover. By confronting these uncomfortable feelings, I feel like you're unlocking more potential, especially with the Queen of Pentacles reversed. By realizing that something isn't right here, I need to talk about this or I need to bring it up, you're actually giving a relationship and a situation the best possible chance to evolve and to progress, because you're getting on the same page with this person. I want to talk about who your primary love interest is now though, because I feel like there's going to be certain things that you need to hash out with them, and it's either because this situation is still new or your circumstances have changed as individuals and you're needing to figure out how you each fit into each other's lives now. Spirit, what is going on with Leo's primary love interest? How can Leo recognize them? Who is Leo's primary love interest? I'm too afraid to talk. This person may be struggling to kind of articulate what's going on in their head at the moment. In the month ahead, there could be some big issues that need to be addressed. They could be struggling to communicate. They may also have the tendency to put themselves in the victim's corner, feeling like a victim of situations, circumstances. They may be very careful about what they talk about. They may not talk about certain things at all. Have I lost everything? The way that you'll recognize this person is that they are quite anxious. Either they have a lot of anxiety, or with the Nine of Swords, they're more so just anxious about you and where they stand with you. Something could have happened that gave them the impression that you were moving on. I'm too afraid to talk. Dang, what's going on with this person? They're not much of a talker, are they? How can Leo recognize them? I know you from somewhere. You have a history with this person. Gossip only hurts more. They don't like what they've seen online or through the grapevine. You're not on talking terms with this person in the month ahead. You're going to be feeling like there is a lack of communication. Someone could be blocked even. You have a history with them. In the history part of this connection, there was a lot of warmth. There was a feeling of mutual kind of understanding, love even, care. But I feel like you're not quite there yet. In the month ahead, you're trying to kind of find a way forward. And I think that a lot of you are going to take it slow and just go with acquaintances and friendship maybe. But others of you are really going to try to put in some practical solutions with this Three of Pentacles to invest more collaborative effort into the connection. What does this person think and feel about Leo in the month ahead? Words do hurt, but actions change everything. I feel like this person is going to try to show you rather than talk to you in the month ahead. They're feeling hurt and they feel like they need to make something up to you. Two of Cups reversed. I'm open to compromise. Feeling stuck, feeling separated. I'm not open to compromise. Why? I'm manifesting you. This person may have selfish intentions for wanting to be back into your life. This is kind of like my Magician / Ace of Pentacles. I don't doubt that they want you in their life, but I just think that the reasons that they want you are very self-serving. If I follow you, I could lose everything. Yeah, that's why they may have created distance, because they were worried about how the situation was going to play out. It's also that feeling of I burned you before you could burn me. How are they thinking and feeling about Leo in the month ahead? I'm sorry. You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. And I'm sorry, reversed. The back of the deck, we have 11. This love scares me. Some of you, this is an ex. For others of you, this is someone who is trying to figure out where they stand with you. You've given them the impression that you don't want to hear what they have to say. In the month ahead, they're going to be feeling as though you don't have time for who they used to be. And they feel pressure to either evolve certain patterns of behavior or promptly leave your life, basically, because you're not putting up with certain bullshit anymore, for lack of a better word. I feel like this person has selfish intentions. I feel like they're still concerned about the same issue that you were addressing originally, and they're going to come back and pretend like it's not an issue anymore, but it is still an issue. They're not going to want to talk about specific things, red flag. 9 of Swords reversed, this person's just afraid of losing. They don't like to feel rejected, and they don't like to feel like they may have missed out on something significant here with you. I see them kind of trying to find a way back in and really using whatever works without kind of meaning it. So really trust your intuition with this person, because they're a bit sloppy, but they know what to do in order to kind of get in the good books with you. So what is the advice for Leo with this energy? It feels like a very interesting, I don't usually get this kind of message for Leos, so I might be reading for some new Leos over here, or let me know how this resonates for you. If this doesn't sound like your love interest and you are a Leo, then you could have messages in your other signs. My Moon and Venus are a good place to start. What is the advice for Leo when dealing with this person and this last theme? We have the Empress. I'm hearing Stand By Your Man. I don't even know who sings that song. We used to play it on TV when I was a kid. It's like for $9.99 you can get all of this. Stand by your man. And it'd just be like a list of country songs. I think with this Empress energy, it's more about standing by your worth, standing by your ability to nurture and how much you have to give. Because you are a nurturer. Some of you are actually parents, your mothers. But this Empress card embodies your Midas touch energy. The fact that when you love, you do love devotedly. And you have the ability to turn what you touch into gold. You're very successful in nurturing those that you end up getting into a relationship with. That energy is sacred. And it does not need to be shared unnecessarily. Knowing your sense of worth can help you put in certain parameters and boundaries with this person that doesn't enable their victim mentality, and that does keep them accountable for their own actions and for their own behavioral patterns, because the consequences of their actions are playing out in front of them, but they still want to rope you into it and make it seem like you're a part of this and you are a kind of a part of the problem, and that's not the case. What else can you tell Leo about this last theme and when dealing with this person? What advice do you have? We have justice. So the thing about this situation is I do see a win-win outcome. I feel like you need to kind of step into the seat of recognizing how this situation can play out in your best interest, which also looks to be the best interest of this person. I think that if this is a partnership, you do need to communicate the differences. You need to figure out where each of you are coming from, and then you need to figure out how to move forward. Because legally, there is going to be a successful outcome. Emotionally, it's going to take a lot of work. So I feel like this Justice card is about trying to find perspective in the other person's place if you do want a partnership with them moving forward. For example, if you have a child with this person, you're going to have to respect the fact that they're coming from a place where their feelings are valid, even if their opinions aren't. You know what I mean? Like, we can all have our own opinions, but you gotta respect the fact that if they feel a certain way, then that's how they feel. You can't change that. Spirit is saying, do what you have to, but don't do more than that. With the Hermit card reversed, you're not here to guide this person. You're not here to be their spiritual leader. You're here to look after yourself, to learn your lessons, and to keep moving forward in your best interest. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Leo, when it comes to your love life in the month ahead. A lot of interesting messages. I don't know if all of you, this is your actual love interest. So if that didn't resonate, you could have messages in your other signs, as I was saying. I strongly recommend that you check that out. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all your time, energy, your support. I wish you a prosperous, abundant, happy, joyful, successful month ahead, and I shall connect with you in another video. Bye!